Hello, good evening. Welcome everybody to the LifeVantage Opportunity webinar. I am Dr. Dondee Nettles, and this is my beautiful wife, Marci. We are super excited to be your presenters tonight to share some information that if you let it coming toward the we're in the third week of July 2019 when this is being recorded live. There are people all over the world that are looking for what you are about to witness. And before we get into the content, let us kind of share with you how we became your presenters tonight. As I said, my name is Dr. Dondee Nettles, and I'm no longer a doctor, though it kind of still comes out. I stopped seeing patients a little over 9 years ago, but for almost 20 years, I was a family wellness chiropractor. And I was also an AM talk radio host, basically just a patient advocate and teaching people and empowering them how to be self-sufficient with their health. Well, that came at a significant cost. While we had the fourth largest practice in the state of Arizona, where we're seeing between 350 and 500 patients a week and doing well financially, helping lots and lots of people, and also with my radio show. But the problem is it did not allow me to be, quite frankly, a parent. And when my son was born in 2006, at the height of the busyness in my practice, for the first 3 years of his life, I had no capacity to literally spend time with him. 80 to 90 hours a week was spent outside my home, helping patients and educating radio listeners. And then when my daughter was born and my father passed away, I was kind of at a crossroads in my life, evaluating how can I make an impact on the world in a positive way and be a parent as well. And the information that we're going to share with you gave me that ability to do that. And when I saw this information, brought it into my practice and incorporated it into my life for about a year. About a year after seeing what you're about to see and incorporating it, I sold my practice, and I've been a full-time stay-at-home dad, full-time network marketer for the last 9 years. And the biggest icing on the cake and cherry and the crushed nuts on top was that I met my beautiful wife, Marci, in this business. And now we have an amazing blended family. We have grandkids that we love and adore, and we get to spend time with them, but we build our international business from home. Yeah. You're in our home loft right now. So there you go.
You know what? And that is just part of the story, right? Because every single one of us have our own individual stories. Dondee's story is so important and relatable by so many of you. And then for me, my story is this is my first time ever doing this type of business. I always thought that I had to have a job to be able to make the money to be able to pay my bills. But I had an experience in my last career, my last life, if you want to say that really taught me something different. It opened my eyes to this type of business and residual income. So I actually used to be a police officer. I was for almost 10 years. I loved it. I was good at it. I got paid well. It was exciting. But what I didn't like about it was that my kids were only 6 and 9 when I went through the law enforcement academy here in Arizona. And that made it hard for me. I had to make the same decisions that most of you have to make every single day. When do I go to work to make the money to pay my bills? And when do I get to be home to be the influence and the parent to those children that I wanted to have? It was a really hard decision. I had to work graveyards for the majority of my career in order for me to be able to be home when my kids got home from school. But to be honest with you, and you probably relate, is that I was always so tired. I was always exhausted, so I was never fully present. So I still feel like I missed out on a lot of their growing up years. Something else in that lesson that I learned that I mentioned before was that anytime that you need to give your money to someone else, they decide what the value of your time is, and you give it before they'll pay you in a paycheck so you can pay your bills. You're never fully in control. And at any given moment, something can happen that will take you away from being able to give your services to that employer. That happened to me in August of 2009 when I was in a car accident on duty that ended with me having a brain injury, several herniated discs throughout my spine that required surgery, and me no longer able to be a police officer. I started going through a lot of loss. Already my mind and my body, right? Not being able to pay my bills. I went through a divorce of a marriage that was already struggling because of our financial issues. And then on top of that, we lost a house, and I started getting really depressed, and I told my doctor, and I ended up with more prescription medication. Some of these prescriptions had warning labels on them that said may cause suicidal tendencies. And guess what, guys? I ended up having 4 suicide attempts before some very dear friends of mine saw this information we're going to share with you tonight and They thought of me. And so when I went and saw this information, I had hope for the first time in 18 months since my accident that there was purpose for me again. And there were products out there that were natural that I could use that would let me get control of my body and my mind again. And beyond that, oh my gosh, it was an answer completely, because I got so much more than what I was hoping for. As Dondee mentioned, we met through this business, and now we actually get to go out and find people just like you and people that you care about that want something different in their lives, and they know that their financial security is not going to come from giving their time before they get a paycheck. So guys, we're excited to be here and to be your presenters tonight. Thank you for being here. So we're going to go through some very important information all about the Ultimate Biohacker's Guide on how you can take control of your own biology with LifeVantage.
Absolutely. And so we're at a time that is changing very significantly in the employer-employee relationship. Part-time is becoming the norm. Full-time jobs with the benefits that come along with it, with the retirement that comes along with it, is going by the wayside. And we're in this thing called the new gig economy. If you're not familiar with what that is, a gig is an employee contract that has a beginning date and an ending date, like a gig of not like a music gig, but a temporary employment assignment. And it's becoming very, very popular for corporations, but it's also becoming very popular for employees because it gives them the ability to take control of their lives and actually have side gigs. So if you're not familiar with that, most people who have a side gig run it from their cell phone. Some examples: Uber. Uber has literally changed the way people travel. Airbnb has changed the way people sleep overnight away from home. Facebook has changed the way people communicate. And literally 40% of the human race is on Facebook every day. And Amazon, let's just be honest, they've changed the world. E-commerce and the platform that Amazon has put together with their Prime and 2-day shipping has become such a desire. But if you look at all of these things, the one thing they have in common is most people access them through their smartphone or their cell phone device. And so why we share that with you in this opening strategy is because our business is just like it. It works on a cell phone platform. Most people access it from their app, the app that our company has, and it's easily accessible, and it's a residual-based side hustle that you need to know about.
So technology is really changing the way that we're doing everything. Dondee already mentioned how it's changing business all the way around, but how about your health and your wellness? There's also new technology in this area that we're pioneering. It's called Nutrigenomics. It's basically the scientific study of the interaction of nutrition and genes, especially with regard to the prevention or treatment of disease. So we're going to be sharing a lot of third-party validation with you tonight, starting right here with the Today Show. The latest trend in nutrition isn't a fad diet or newly discovered supplement. It's your DNA. Fox News continues. The ability to use nutrition to affect our genes means that we're no longer at the mercy of our DNA. This is a movement. We are so excited to be pioneering this projected market that's going to be reaching over $17 billion by 2023.
Seriously. So now with what we're going to share with you, you're going to have the choice of being hijacked voluntarily, which most of us have been up to this point, or becoming a biohacker and biohacking your way to health. So what is being hijacked? It's literally when something is hijacked, it's taking over something and using it for a destructive purpose. Think about your day. Think about people now having to work 2 and 3 side jobs to make ends meet, where one job paid the bills 10 years ago. It doesn't work that way anymore. So now people are more physically exhausted. They're more emotionally stressed. Biochemically, the preservatives and the dyes and all of the extra additives that come along with the foods that we eat, go look in your refrigerator and your pantry. It's mind-blowing. How about the toxins that are in the air? We are living in an industrial society where our environment is becoming more and more polluted. So we have to figure out how to navigate within that and be healthy, or we become educated, we become biohackers, and we literally take control of our own biology down to the cellular level so that we can truly optimize our genetic potential. And how do I know that that's even common? With 23andMe and Ancestry.com and people wanting to know what their history is and where they came from, their ancestors and their genetic potential, it's out there. We just need to figure out a way to harness it. Well, guess what? We have. It's here. It's now, and it's called Nutrigenomics. What that is the research on how nutrients, natural compounds affect your genes. So we've got a short 2-minute video for you to watch. Pay close attention to the two TWO technologies that we have brought to market to allow you to do just that, become a world-class biohacker.
Take a deep breath, hold it, Now, gently exhale. Ironically, while oxygen is necessary for all human life, it is also the element that is at the root of the aging process. That's because oxidative stress, which is a toxic level of reactive oxygen in your cells, is one of the primary causes of cell damage and the adverse effects of aging. It's almost as if your cells were slowly rusting from the inside. There's no stopping the process, but as with rust, there are ways to slow it down, to inhibit the aging process, and even reverse oxidative stress. It's called Nutrigenomics, the science of using nutrition and naturally occurring compounds to affect gene behavior and attack the root causes of aging. Another root cause of aging is the depletion of mitochondria in your cells as you age. Mitochondria that are the powerhouses or engines of your cells. Nutrigenomics delivers a one-two punch that creates stronger cells that are better equipped to fight the effects of aging by using the NRF2 pathway to help the body produce more antioxidants and using the NRF1 pathway to boost mitochondrial production, which inhibits the aging process and increases the energy level in your cells. Aging is inevitable. The rust comes back. The engine loses some power. But now we don't have to take aging lying down. LifeVantage's study of nutrigenomics fights the root causes of aging to help people look and feel younger, naturally. LifeVantage, at the forefront of nutrigenomics.
Wow. Who of us do not want to look,
Seriously.
feel, and perform better? I know that I do. Absolutely. So, guys, I just want you to know that we are not here to ask you to spend money in areas that you're not already spending it. There's actually $600 billion being spent around the world every single year in the areas that we're going to be sharing products with you in. This is just maybe a better choice for you. So we're going to be talking about products in the anti-aging field, skin care, hair care, pet care, the energy market, as well as weight loss.
Absolutely. We're going to start with the foundation because we're going to be building on an approach, this biohacking nutrigenomics approach. And let's start with the foundation, how we even got into this game. Protandim, the NRF2 synergizer, started everything. And if you look at the bottom, 5 all-natural plants that when put together create this thing called synergy, which allows your body to do what it's designed to do, yet has lost the efficiency as we age. And literally it lowers oxidative stress to our body by 40% in 30 days. Now, you may not be familiar with the term oxidative stress. It's simply consuming oxygen, which is in every breath that you breathe. Oxygen has the ability to break down your cells. Think about last time you cut open an apple. If you didn't eat it all or you took a bite out of it and left it, it turns brown. That's the oxygen. Our body has the ability to fight back, and Protandim NRF2 Synergizer primes that, literally supports natural cellular health as our body becomes more and more adept at fighting off oxidative stress. And bottom right of your screen shows the BSCG and the NSF third-party endorsements, which are the gold standards in consumable products. So, and it's not just my opinion. There's lots and lots of smart people that wear lab coats and look at microscopes that think how awesome this is and talk about it. Actually, they publish paper in some papers, like 26 studies to date on our finished product, Protandim NRF2 Synergizer, as you see right there on your screen, in journals like the Journal of Free Radical Biology and Medicine, or the Journal Circulation from the American Heart Association, just to name a few, done at prestigious universities like Harvard and the Ohio State University, Virginia Commonwealth University, and the others that you see on your screen. Why I share this with you is it's super impactful because the scientists and researchers that are leading the wellness movement, they're focusing heavily on our product. But you don't have to take their word for it, because maybe you don't like people in white lab coats that look at microscopes. Maybe you like people on TV. Well, this has been on TV too. Heavy media coverage like NBC, Wall Street Journal did a cover feature on it. The Today Show talked about it. ABC News did an incredible piece, which Marci's going to share later. PBS did an entire series called Health Quest, and Dr. Phil had Donny Osmond from the Osmonds on, who brought out a bottle, held it up, and in front of a live national TV audience said he found the fountain of youth. That's how powerful this kind of thing is. But don't take my word for it, because it's patented and you can look it up. The numbers that you see at the bottom protect the intellectual property because this is a business. And we didn't stop with that foundation. We kept building. We added a sister product, Protandem, the NRF1 Synergizer. Why? Because most people that go see doctors, it's related to a lack of energy somewhere. So energy is a big deal. And we're not talking about caffeine. If your caffeine dispenser is on empty, that's not the deal. It's the energy within your cells. And if you look at the bottom of this, another 5 natural ingredients that prime the pump of the energy inside every cell. And think about it this way. If your cells have energy, then you have energy. And that's really what it comes down to. Boost the mitochondria, which is where energy comes from. But check this out. When it does that, it gives you the feeling like the natural healing capacity of your body is optimized and the cells are just primed. That is what this does. Again, BSCG and NSF approved there too. Now, we've got to start with the digestion, because who's ever heard of let's just test this. You are what you what? If you said eat, wrong. You are what you digest, though people have been trying to tell you you are what you eat. Well, and I don't mean to dismiss the importance of eating good, nutritious food. But if you don't have proper gut bacteria to digest that food, you're just literally creating expensive bowel movement. So let's focus on where it comes from. Proper digestion. ProBio is our probiotic, which has 2 things that make it different than every other one out there. Round in shape with a coating on it. Why round? When it's round, it moves through the digestive system much more easily. Why the coating? So that it gets down to the lower intestine without being neutralized by the stomach acid like every other one out there on the market. That's the first one. The other is that it primes your immune system with the ingredient Wellmune. How does that spell out? Look at the pie graphs on the bottom. Our product gets to the lower intestine. 60% of what you take gets to its end location versus 4% without that BioTract coating of every other product out there on the market. So again, it's not what you eat, it's what you digest, and it starts right here with this magnificent product, ProBio. And then to round out what we call our daily core 4, Omega Plus. We've all heard of essential fatty acids and the importance of them, omega-3, but not omega-6. Omega-6 is usually rancid, and it usually comes in the fatty foods that you eat, and we don't want that. So we focus heavily on omega-3 and omega-7 and adding vitamin D, which helps it more absorbable. Here's really the deal. This is fish oil. Most people, they call it something omega to disguise the fact that it's fish oil, because fish oil has a negative connotation. It's like, it's that fish oil nasty burps that offend your neighbors, even your neighbors next door, through your garage door and through their walls. Sometimes it's so bad. Maybe that's a little exaggeration. But the bottom line is you don't want to be burping up fish smell. So how do we deal with that? We deal with it first by harvesting. We harvest the fish in pristine oceans so we don't have to worry about taking out the nastiness and the mercury and all the other stuff. The other is we have boat-to-bottle purity, so we know exactly on the planet where it came from. And with the Alaska Omega, the pollock, it is just pristine fish from pristine oceans, which gives you a pristine product. And the lemon essence makes it so there ain't no nasty fish burp. So there you go. That rounds out what we call our daily core 4, or our vitality stack, starting with increased cellular efficiency and longevity. And one thing I was thinking I wanted to mention to you guys is the National Institute on Aging showed that our Protandim Nerf 2 extends life by 7%. So how about starting there? Then increase your energy on top of that. Then increase your digestive efficiency. Then increase your brain, cardiac function, and overall circulatory system function with an omega product. That is our daily core 4 and the best way to start your daily health regimen. Oh my gosh. And then Axio. Now remember, I mentioned energy before, cellular energy in the form of mitochondria. How about the energy that most of you equate? That is how you feel, how much stamina you have. We're talking now about brain food, smart energy. Who's ever slept for 4 hours or knows somebody who sleeps for 4 hours and they wake up raring to go, but you also know somebody who sleeps 10 hours and can't wait to get to the latte before they can even open their eyes? It's not how much time you sleep, it's how well your body's producing its energy from the brain and intracellularly. So we start with this Axio. Literally, it is powdered awesomeness that you add with water to allow your brain to function normally. Now, how do you know if your brain isn't functioning normally? Have you ever walked into a room and gone, what did I come in here for? And you're trying to backtrack all the steps you took. That's a sign of brain fog. How about you're talking and you kind of lose your train of thought? Focus and concentration. When it starts to wane, you're having an energy deficit in the brain. So we focus on focus, concentration, getting rid of brain fog, helping you concentrate. How about this? A better mood. How much better of a person would you be all around if you had a better mood? This is exactly what we're talking about. Neurotransmitters in the brain, allowing positive mood and all the other things I mentioned. And I want to end with this. It's clean. It's low calorie. It's vegan. It's non-GMO. No artificial colors, flavors, or sweeteners. It is the awesomest of the awesome. And it comes in caffeinated and decaf in case you have kids that have issues with focus and concentration. Axio, the best brain food on the market. And again, BSCG approved, guys. Powerful, powerful stuff.
Seriously. So Dondee has just gone over our products to help you feel better from the inside and perform better as well. So now I'm going to talk some about how it's going to help you look, feel, and perform better with our physique weight management system. So much of our confidence comes to the size of us and how we think that we look, whether it's our body size, the size of our clothes, all that kind of stuff. Well, guys, we want you to know that you are amazing just the way you are, but a fit you is a better you, and our Physique Smart Weight Management System combined with a healthy diet and exercise program can help you be the person that you want to be on the outside too. So combined with the Vitality Stack, we're talking about Physique Prebiotic. So this is going to be food for the probiotic. It's going to help you feel less hungry, and it helps you to maintain and balance your blood sugar levels. Physique Fat Burn. This is one of my favorite of all of our products, guys. This is not a thermogenic. This is not one that's going to get you all jittery or anything. But what it does do is it targets the difficult fat. It targets the visceral fat that likes to go in and create health problems by your internal organs, okay? What it does is this is like punch, 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 punch. We're breaking down that visceral fat so that you can use it as energy throughout the day. This is going to help you feel more energized and support your weight management. And then on top of that, when you're burning all that fat, you got to make sure that you're focusing on your lean muscle mass and giving it exactly what it needs. And that's what we have in our protein powder. 18 grams of protein per serving to help you feel full longer. It helps to deliver natural amino acids to your lean muscles to encourage more muscle growth and to protect the muscle you already have. There's less than 1 gram of sugar per serving, and this physique protein powder is also BSCG approved. And by the way, guys, if you're interested in this product, get with the person that invited you to this overview to get copies of the pictures of the people that were part of the physique challenge. The before and afters are astonishing.
Seriously.
Now, continuing with how we look. So we've got that reducing the damage from the inside out. How about from the outside in? That's what we're going to be focusing on with our True Science Beauty System. Skincare regimen is what I like to call it, though, because it's not just for women, it's for men too. So this is actually going to help you handle the effects of skin damage. It's going to give you NRF2 activation to help protect your skin from the sun, as well as giving you some protection against negative effects of the sun, okay? So many of us that live in areas that deal with a lot of sun right here, this is our go-to products every single day, twice a day. Plus, it's awesome to know that we have clean and green products. You can look on the Think Dirty app. You'll find the True Science Skincare Regimen has a score of 2, which is on the very low end, super clean and green, good for you, good for the environment. Plus, if you're looking for younger looking skin, more luminous skin, smoother feeling skin, and more hydrated skin, the True Science Beauty System needs to be in your shopping cart today. And then let's take it a step further. How about your hair? We've got the best hair care system on the market that is NRF2 activated as well. Super clean and green again. As a matter of fact, our scalp serum has won an award from the Think Dirty app for best scalp serum. The reason why that's so important, guys, is if you're looking for less hair breakage or increase in hair shine, increase in hair volume, reduction in scalp dryness, or reduction in hair frizz, you have to start at the scalp. And so that's why the scalp treatment is so important. You've got a really easy, clean formula in the shampoo, a very hydrating conditioner, and then the scalp serum is the secret sauce. So make sure you get that as well. And then going to our 4-legged family members, we just picked our dog up from the sitter from when we were gone. And I got to tell you guys, oh my goodness, She is just like one of our babies, right? And I know your dog is too. Well, did you know that LifeVantage Pet Tandem is the first supplement ever for dogs formulated to be able to help reduce their damage inside of their bodies too, helping to extend their lives? It's the truth. Pet Tandem for dogs will also help your puppy have a shinier coat, more playfulness, more energy. How about supporting their joint health, hearing, and eyesight all at the same time? So this is Pet Tandem for your four-legged family member.
There you go. There is our catalog of biohacking products. Just decide how deeply you want to go into this and how well you want to preserve your future from a health standpoint, being a biohacker using Nutrigenomics. There you go. So pick your level of biohacking from Pro Tandem NRF2, starting with just the inside of your body, or if you want to go all in, do our daily core 4 and whatever other product line appeals to you, because it's that important.
I'm just telling you, all of them.
All of them.
They're all amazing. So where did we start as a company? LifeVantage has actually had products sold since 2003. Pro Tandem NRF2 was on store shelves like GNC, High Health, Rite Aids, and online stores as well. But because it was such new technology, we're pioneering it, guys. We're first. Nobody bought it off those store shelves until 2005 when an ABC Primetime investigative report was aired. And what it was is they were coming in to disprove what we had claimed and the science had shown that our product could do. But they did the exact opposite. And they have ever since been our best form of third-party validation. And if you haven't seen it, I'm telling you, you've got to. Get to the person that invited you to this overview tonight. Ask them to see that ABC Primetime so you can see where we've come from and you'll know how far we've gone. So guys, we've been publicly traded since 2009 because that product sat on the stores and we didn't sell very much. And we knew how important it was for everyone to be taking it. We decided we needed to go into network marketing and put it into the hands of people that like to talk, like
us.
Moi and him, and maybe you too. We like sharing good news about things that are good with our friends and family that we care about. So go and check us out. Our ticker is LFVN. Like I said, from the beginning, publicly traded, we're now on the NASDAQ and the 500, right?
The Russell 300.
Oh, yeah. Hey, we're one of those big dogs. So it's all due to our amazing products and also our exemplary corporate leadership. Our handful of the top ones have well over 100+ years combined in network marketing, taking businesses to the $1 billion mark. So we're really excited. And this is the countries that we're currently working in to be able to move to that goal. We're open in 18 countries and 15 markets for distributorships. That's the top 2 rows of flags you see there. I know people. It's a lot of biohackers, people being turned on, being able to look, feel, and perform better all over the world. And you can see right there in red, we've got Greece and France that's going to be coming online for business this year, as well as we have our global customer program. That's the 6 countries down on the bottom there. That's where people in those countries are able to become biohackers and start using Nutrigenomics to optimize their health, having their orders placed with a person like us, distributors, and it's shipped directly to their doors from the company. Super easy peasy. I love it. And so being part of a network marketing organization, I never knew that I could be successful in this type of business. I had no idea how to do it. So I knew that I needed to get in with a group of people that had already had some success, where there was tools and there was opportunities to follow a system. It's exactly what I found here at LifeVantage. As a matter of fact, I had had dreams of having this laptop lifestyle, you know, having my own pictures of my toes with the beach in the background saying, this is my office for the day. I know you've all seen them on social media, right? So what I've got to tell you is LifeVantage has actually created a better opportunity than that. And it is a cell phone lifestyle with social sharing and using the LifeVantage app that's being built right in our offices in Salt Lake City. So it's for LifeVantage. It is a learning app. So as we use it, it's learning what we need to do next to be able to prompt us and helping us be successful in building our business. And it's free. I love free. It's so good. So keep in mind, guys, this is all technology based, but you get to connect with a team. You're in business by yourself, but you will never be alone. We have systematic regional and corporate trainings all of the time. We actually just got back from Kansas City, where we celebrated our 10-year anniversary. And now we are looking forward to Long Beach in October, where there is going to be a third product announced in the Pro Tandem family. So another synergizer, another technology that we are pioneering and first to bring to market. So we are so excited about that. If you're interested in going with us, get with the person that invited you and they can help you get registered for that event. But guys, keep in mind, it's a super big deal, super big deal. But this is your business and you get to take control on your time in your terms. So nooks and crannies, full-time or part-time, anyone can build this business.
Or big time.
Right. It's all part of the system, right? We love, love, love our proven system. Now, this website, this is something else that they were talking about in Kansas City. This website is so amazing and so beautiful already, and yet they're going to be upgrading it for us. And it's actually going to become our own personalized ClickFunnels. The company's doing that for us. We actually can share this website with our friends and family. They can learn about our products. They can learn about the ingredients. They can learn about the company and what being a biohacker really is right from this website. And again, it's free. It comes with being a distributor. Plus, let's make it super easy on those people that want to be product users. When you're talking with people that are interested in starting product, all you have to do is create a shopping cart for them from your replicated website with the products that they've shown interest in. Send them over the link. They add in their personal information and their payment information, and they can check out. Voila, super easy. You have new volume in your business. Or how about this? Let's do it through that LifeVantage app. Makes it even easier on the customer end because you've already added in their personal information. It auto-populates into that shopping cart. All they have to do, put in their payment information, check out, and they are the newest biohacker in our biohacking family here at LifeVantage.
Yeah.
So network marketing. There's been a lot of pros and cons, right? So some of the cons, I don't even want to call them cons, but some of the questions people have had or concerns is that, hey, you know what? I've heard that only the people at the top make any money. And I've also heard that not anybody makes any money in network marketing, right? So on this slide, we're going to take care of that second concern and show you how much money is actually being made by network marketers around the world. So we're going to be talking in global billions of dollars. In 2011, $158 billion was spent on products and services from a network marketing company. 2017, that jumped up to $189 billion spent. Well, what I have to tell you guys, why it's pertinent to this slide, is that 40% on average, every company pays out to the distributors that shared the information on those products and services. So 40% of 189 billion is a lot of money being made by network marketers.
But it all comes down to this: timing. Maybe this sounds appealing to you, but you're a little skeptical. You should be. That's why timing is so critically important. I want to point out two curves on this slide. The red one first, what is called the bell curve. It's actually called the diffusion of innovation. It's how people relate to and adapt to change. That uncomfortable, disgusting thing nobody wants to do because we're creatures of habit. So when you hear something new, you're like, yeah, that sounds good, but you want to watch somebody else have the experience. Like, let's just get my least favorite friend and let them try it and see what happens. Or it sounds good. Maybe some people have done it and it's like, yeah, but I need to ask my doctor first, or I need to ask my broke uncle that's never made any money in anything what he thinks about this business. Like, like we do. So the key is that if you look from the left, the innovators, it's the 2.5% of people that don't care about change. They love change. They thrive on change. Those are the people that went out and bought the iPhone 1 and stood in line for 6 days before the iPhone 1 even came out. And guess what? All of us called them crazy because they were. All of us BlackBerry owners called them crazy. So using the iPhone as a reference, maybe when the iPhone 2 came out and the iPhone 3 came out and I'm still having connectivity problems on my BlackBerry, I'm still dropping calls. I'm like, maybe I'll try the iPhone. So guess what? I tried the iPhone 4. I jumped on board. I was what you would call an early adopter. The 2.5% of those crazies that got the first one, the other 13.5%, we were just watching them to see if A, the phone's going to blow up in their hand and we can rub it in their face. Told you my BlackBerry was better. Or they continue to be better, and then we jumped camp. That's the 13.5%. But if you look at the early majority, 34%, those are the people that want someone else to have an experience, but they want an expert opinion. They want an opinion from the techie people. They read that CNET, that article that said the iPhone is the best technology, so they go jump. But look at the number of population. Now, why do I even mention that to you? Because it kind of appeals to all of us. So how does that overlap with the timing of the business? The next curve, which is called the business S curve, that blue one. If you look where it says early and our company logo, that's where we are. Now that other curve is important. People do need to have an experience. People with opinions do need to have them, and time needs to elapse. But once you put those things together and you evaluate this from a business opportunity, momentum is the thing you should be looking for. Because momentum is something that when you get involved in a company before momentum, before the people have an experience, before the opinions are all favorable, and then people start jumping in, when you get in before that, you capitalize on momentum, the influx of new people, and the paying out of all that money. That's the opportunity that you have now. Because if you look where the asterisk is, that's where momentum starts, and we're not even there yet. We just celebrated our 10-year anniversary as a company. We're trading on the NASDAQ. LFVN is our ticker. We're doing over 230 million in sales, and literally most people still haven't heard of us. That's called best kept secret and timing in your favor.
Yes.
It just has to make the point to you is being responsible for your health and becoming a better health conscious and being healthier. Is that important to you? Is making more money and doing it in a way that blesses the rest of the world, is that important to you? If those two things are yes and yes, then you should really take a look at this, because the timing could never be better. Now, how do you get involved? We call it fast tracking with a pack, because the way we get in, it's low startup with huge upside potential for making money. And we look at it, we've got two options that most people join us. We've got the gold pack on the left, which comes with a starter kit. It's $650. But if you look at the value, it's almost $930 of product alone for $650. Plus, it comes with a free ticket to our next corporate training, which is the first week of October, which is coming up in a little less than 3 months. So it doesn't come with all the products. It comes with our most popular products for you to try and sample. Now, if you're more serious, like most people who join us, they join on what is called the Platinum Pack, which is almost $2,000 of product alone for a mere $1,250 to get started. And it also comes with a ticket to our next corporate training and all of the products for you to try and sample. But what is most exciting about either one of these packs that you fast track with is the assets that come along with it. The corporate team, hundreds and hundreds of years of experience. Unbelievable. Aaron Brockovich just joined our board of directors. That should kind of tell you how amazing our company is. Our production lines are world-class. Quality control is world-class. Our shipping, guess what? No home deliveries. We take care of all that shipping, and free shipping coming soon. So shipping, free shipping coming soon. As we Amazonize our, is that a word? Amazonize our company approach.
I'm sure
customer service is absolutely insane good. Website, the IT department that is revamping our website, like Marci said, the advertising, the market, the legal and compliance. Now, why would legal and compliance be necessary? Because we're talking about consumable products. We're talking about the anti-aging movement and putting things inside people's bodies to make them better. We have world class in this, in the accounting and also events and promotions. That is, when you talk about the mere $650 or $1,250 plus you get all that stuff, this is the best kept secret in business out there, my friends. Now, how do you make money? Show me the money. We make money in a weekly fashion. We make money in a monthly fashion. Sometimes some old movies come out. So you guys are all familiar with making money weekly, right? You go to work, you do something, you get paid for it. Same thing here when we get paid weekly. You show this information, people purchase the products, they join your team, you get paid money. We're kind of all familiar with that. But we also have launch bonuses. So when you get involved and then you get other people involved, when they get people involved, you get paid off of that too. And then why? Because becoming profitable in business is key number one and what we want you to do ASAP. Now, the monthly pay is what we get super excited about. It's called leverage. So when you help people understand this business and these products, when they help people and then they help people and so on, you get a percentage of all of that. It's called royalty commissions. Imagine, I'll just give you an Uber reference. When you get in the back of an Uber and you take a ride and then you get out of the car, guess what? You get the receipt on your end and the person who drove the car gets paid on their end. But imagine if that Uber driver got paid every single car you got into, no matter where you traveled for the rest of your life. That's what we're talking about with regard to leverage or royalty commission, because Marci and I are getting paid in people that started taking our products 10 years ago, but we only had a conversation once 10 years ago. That's the power of this. Generational matching bonus to help people work as a team. It's one of the greatest criticisms in the decades past of this industry, where people felt like they had to do it alone. No longer. When you incentivize people to work as a team, guess what? They do. And when you incentivize teams to work together as a culture, they do. That's why I'm so excited about our elite pools, where they take 4% of the revenue generated from all of our products sold around the world. And they take that 4% and they split it among all the top leaders of the company, and as a thank you for working together amongst themselves and helping each other create teams. It's an amazing culture. And we have rank bonuses like every other company, but we also have another amazing thing called My Life Venture program, where we figured out this $25,000 value of gifts that we give away just for you building your business, like free branded Jeeps or $25,000 checks or his and her Rolexes, whatever, $25,000 gifts for free, Marci's favorite 4-letter F word, just for building your business. So that's how we make money. But how far can we take this? Again, I mentioned, and Marci mentioned previously too, we are a publicly traded company. What we mean by that is we are transparent. The document that you are looking at right now is called our income disclosure statement. And I want you to pay attention to 2 columns. First, from left reading right, the third column of monthly average income. We're not going to give you inflated check stories and people are driving Lamborghinis after their first week in this business. You're not going to hear stuff like that. You're going to hear real numbers, because real is way more powerful than trumped up stories that are turned out to be, I almost said a bad word, that turn out to be untrue later. So my invitation to you is just pick a number in that third column, the monthly average, that would make it worth your while to even be paid on a monthly basis part-time. But let's focus on a few that we like to share with people because they literally make a difference. Let's look at the first one highlighted in blue, $636, or almost $7,600 a year. What would you do with an extra $636, which is what our Pro 3s make? Pro 3s can get there in an average of 4 to 6 months working part-time. What would an extra $630 mean to you every month? Or how about the next blue column down? Our Premier Pro 5, $2,922 a month, or $35,000 a year. That's life-changing for your average American family, and most people can get to that level within the first 9 months to 12 months working part-time, an extra almost $3,000. Take it all the way down. Marci and I have been able to build an elite Pro 9 business the time we've been working with this, and if you look, just keep going farther as far as you want to go, pick that number that makes the most sense to you. But I want to now have you focus on the total annual payout on what we actually pay, and what the company pays, because there's that fallacy out there, as Marci previously alluded, that only the people at the top make all the money. Well, if you look where the first blue line starts and go down, you look at the vast majority of the money that the company pays out is in our middle ranks. That is incredibly rare for a network marketing company, where the people at the top do generally bring in the most money because they're the most skilled at it. But look, we pay a lot more money out to the middle ranks than we do the top ranks, because that's how it should be. The majority of the people that are out there are working in that category, and they deserve to be paid fairly. So that's how far you can take it. It's literally as far as you want to.
Seriously. And the time's going to pass anyway, right, guys? I mean, in 5 years, where do you want to be? Do you want to be in your same job? But the traditional plan, that's what we've all been taught, right? We're going to talk a little bit about lifeline options right now. Basically, between the year that you're born and the year that you die, you have this span of time. We've all been taught that we need to go to school and get a job or a career and work for somebody else, helping them with their goals and dreams, working 40 to 50 hours minimum every single week for a minimum of 40 to 50 years, hoping that we can retire and have some years left to be able to live our life. Unfortunately, it is a sham. That's a sham. Lifeline option. Only 5% of people can actually retire at any sort of an age that they can potentially have some life left to live. Most people are going to die working. It's just the facts of the things.
Times have changed.
But now you cannot unlearn or unsee the information that we've shared with you. This is true. This is real, and it works. With LifeVantage, you can have a different lifeline. And what it can look like, I mean, you can even close your eyes and just think about this. You've made the same, actions and decisions as you did or would if you were part of the traditional plan. You had to grow up, you had to go to school, had to get a job to pay your bills, right? But now you're at a point in your life and you've seen some information that gives you a choice, an option to decide to start a side gig business to where you can start building a leveraged income. This leveraged income is going to be paid to you every single month for as long as you live, and it's willable for generations. How about you dedicate 5 to 10 years to build that asset? Because remember, that time period is going to pass anyway. And at the end of that 5 to 10 years, you can actually have life to live with the income that you've generated so that you can do the things that you want to do with the people wherever you want to be, no matter what it costs, at any given time without asking for permission from anybody else. You can actually live the life of your dreams with the lifeline of LifeVantage. Now, keep in mind, guys, never depend on a single income. My experience is a perfect example of that. Something can happen that will take you out of your ability to give your services to earn a paycheck. Also, keep in mind that you will need to make an investment of time and effort and financial investment to be able to get started to create that second source. So why not do it with a company like this, LifeVantage? We believe that as we make life better for the individual, we can make life better by leaving a legacy around the world. These are just some of the organizations that we've partnered with over the past 10 years. And I can look at all these different names of organizations and just get a smile on my face, just remembering what we did to make their lives better, to be able to uplift them and give them hope. Currently, we are partnered with Families Helping Families, where we raise the money at our corporate events and throughout the year to be able to build homes for families that would never have them in Puerto Penasco in Mexico. But we don't just stop there. We don't just raise the money, but at the end of the year, there's actually a lottery because everybody wants to go. We have between 300 and 400 distributors that go down and help build these homes. This is being part of something that's so much bigger than you. And I know that the majority of us have that desire to have something like that in our lives. So guys, we just want to thank you very, very much for being on here with us tonight, seeing this opportunity. And, we hope that you see what we see. Please thank the person that invited you here tonight and make sure that they know that you care about them and give them an honest number of where you stand after seeing this information. Are you a 1? You're ready to get started and want your shopping cart for the biohacking products that you've seen tonight? Or you're a 10? You absolutely want to get started on the products and you want to get your business started. Make sure that you're honest. And hey guys, if you're anywhere in between, we can make sure that you get the information that you need to see or hear to be able to help you move up in the scale. If this is not the type of business for you, that's okay. It's not for everybody, but if you have thought of anybody else as you've been seeing this information, people that could benefit from the products or from the opportunity, please share their information with the person that invited you to see this, because your friends and family deserve to see it too. So thanks again for joining us.
Yeah, and thank you for thinking of the people that you thought of, because maybe you're happy and content where you are in your health or with your business, but I guarantee you know somebody who is looking for more and praying for it. So please share this information with them. We thank you so much for spending your valuable time with us tonight. We are incredibly blessed that you did so. We're here every Tuesday night, but thank you so much for being with us tonight. Have a wonderful night and God bless.